Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a typical Saturday breakfast, and that is saltfish fritters. So we're just gonna get straight into the video. This is a new method I've been trying. A lot of times we boil the saltfish and then try to take the skin off, but I find that peeling the skin right off when it's dry is much more effective. As you can see, it's like a clean sweep, not necessarily perfect, so you can like hold on to the corners, but it's much better than trying to peel all of that skin off once it's boiled. So I'm just gonna do that, put it in a pot to boil. Make sure you wash it about 2 times before you boil it for 30 minutes, and you put it aside. Here I have some green bell peppers, onions, thyme, and I'm just gonna try my best to finely chop my thyme as well as to scrape the leaves off of the branches. Remember that you are making fritters, so people are going to be biting into this, so you want to cut these things extremely small. In fact, everything in this recipe you want to make sure they're small and bite-sized. Next, I'm going to use half an onion that I have left over, and I'm going to finely chop this, like put it in like a crisscross method. I'm going to slice it up, and then I'm going to cut it into small pieces. If you have any large chunks, don't worry, just cut those in half or in quarters. But I think this method makes it a lot easier to finely chop an onion. So as you can see there, that large piece came off a little bit too big for me, so I'm gonna just finely chop that. And because I ran out of onions, this is actually another option, and this is called spring onions, or as Jamaicans call it, Escallion. So you can use this and finely chop it. If not, you can just do straight onions. It doesn't really matter. Next, I'm gonna finely chop some green bell pepper, or as we call here in Jamaica, sweet pepper. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend using the red ones. I don't know about the United States, but the red bell peppers out here are a little bit too spicy for me, so you can always stick with the green. This is how my saltfish is looking after about 30 to 45 minutes of boiling. I cooled it, of course, and basically what you're going to be doing is breaking up the meat into small pieces. Do not leave the bone in there. Try your best to take out all of the small bones, especially if you have kids. So I'm just taking my nails here and breaking them up, getting into the corners where I know there's some juicy meat, and then I break them up into tiny little pieces. So for this step, you want to preheat your skillet to about medium to low heat, but if you know that you do not work very fast, do this step after you've mixed your fritters. So I just added some garlic, but because I know I work very fast, I got my mixture in time for the oil, so my oil was not burnt. That's the flour I'm using. I got it at Price Mart Jamaica, and I'm gonna add 2 cups of flour. I'm gonna add my ingredients that I finely chopped, my saltfish, everything, and then basically for this step we're gonna add our powdered seasoning. So I'm kind of eyeballing here, but if you're trying to measure this, I would go with a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic salt, because you do not want this to be too salty. And then after that, I'm going to go in with a sprinkle of black pepper. So like I said, I'm just going to eyeball that and sprinkle at the top. After that, I'm actually gonna go in with some Goya all-purpose seasoning. You guys have known my opinion on this for a long time. It's a very light seasoning. It does not have a strong flavor, and it gets the job done. Now I'm still gonna go in with my Maggie all-purpose, but I'm not going to put a lot. And you guys know the parsley is back on the block, so I just added some of that as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a half a cup of water. You do not want to add all the water at once because you don't want your mixture to be too thin. So I'm gonna add my half cup of water and mix it around just to get a feel of the texture. And if it is that you need more water, which I obviously do, I'm gonna go ahead and add half more cup of water. I went ahead and added like a 1/4 cup of water after this step, and you guys will see how my mixture is looking in the next clip. So in the interim, I'm going to be just mixing this around. Make sure all of those flour pockets are mixed out. Make sure you mix everything so that it's evenly distributed. This is how my mixture is looking after I've added the right amount of water. So like I said, my oil was in the back heating, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my fritters on medium heat. You do not want your oil to be too high, but this is how it's looking, guys. So as you can see, it's nice and golden brown. These do not take long to fry. This is how they're looking after about 10 minutes of frying on both sides. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you tried the recipe. Do not forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.